After last night's debate, Joe Biden can either go Game of Thrones or George Washington at the end of Hamilton, in that he can overstay his welcome and ruin what he's been working towards to the point that people don't even want to look back at his past legacy, or gracefully step away in a democracy-saving way. I used to be an idealist, and then I became a teacher, which turned me into a pragmatist. It doesn't matter how good your lesson plan is if you can't control the classroom. It doesn't matter how much you are committed to wanting to save democracy if you can't appear coherent in front of an actual would-be desk. The thing I wanted to cover from last night was Charlottesville and how Trump lied about Charlottesville and said that it had been debunked. There's a bunch of lies that I expected from him. Denying that Charlottesville happened was one that I did not expect. One of the most important things on this channel is to trust experts. I am not a political expert, and when political experts told me that he was the electable one, I listened to them, and that's why my pragmatism won out over my idealism. Throughout the course of the election, I've seen people like Dan Pfeiffer and John Favreau and Rachel Maddow, people who are staunch Democratic supporters, tell me that this was the person that I needed to vote for. Last night, I saw almost all of those people say that this was the worst political performance they've ever seen, and Joe Biden needs to step down. Abortion should have been a home run issue last night. There have been massive swaths of the country reacting against Roe v. Wade being overturned by leaning blue in local elections. Kansas turned blue for an election referendum about abortion, and many states have followed. When has Kansas been blue? When given the opportunity to speak about it, Biden whiffed and went into some incoherent transition into murder and immigration. What the fuck just happened? And again, on trusting experts, abortion is not my field, but Liz Plank, author of For the Love of Men, wrote this op-ed last night that Biden can win by stepping down. As she wrote, Biden's ego has become a barrier to progress. More to the point, beyond Charlottesville, the one thing that Trump talked about more than anything else was immigration, and Biden probably could have wiped the floor with him on this, but he did not. That might sound like a bonkers claim, but that's not me saying that. That's Mitt Romney and Mitch McConnell. The news moved so fast that you might have missed that in February there was a bipartisan immigration bill that was going to pass the Senate, and Trump tanked it because he knew that he needed immigration as an issue to run on. I don't agree with Mitch McConnell about shit, but it's him that's saying this, and Mitt Romney and Senator Todd Young, Republican people that are interested in fixing the border, blaming Trump for breaking the deal that was going to do something about it. And again, Joe Biden was responsible for communicating that last night, and he did not. He failed to communicate that. And again, on pragmatism, I don't think immigration is the most important issue. I perceived from the sidelines that Joe Biden was prioritizing it as a way to court swing voters in the upcoming election, and he freaking whiffed. And I want to talk about whiff and home run and sports metaphors and how we ended up with men measuring their golf handicaps at each other, but we don't have time for that, so I want to just end on this. Who takes the place? Who comes next? Pete Buttigieg, Elizabeth Warren, Beto O'Rourke, Kamala Harris. There are so many people who are so much better in front of cameras than you right now. We're fighting a reality TV president. We need someone who can do media better than this. Final nuance is Biden is bad, therefore Trump is good. No, that's all or nothing thinking. That's a false dilemma fallacy. Biden is bad for 2024, therefore Biden was bad for 2020. No, also, but that is how we will remember it. This one's most important. I think Biden should step down, therefore I will not vote for Biden. No, that does not follow. I'm pretty well sick of the trolley problem, but one of the things that it does teach us is that when you are forced to make a decision, doing nothing is a decision for which you are morally responsible. I will vote for whoever has the best probability of beating Trump, and that is, at this point, whoever is at the top of the Democratic ticket. But I'm not going to pretend that I didn't see what I saw. So I'm going to make this video, and then I'm going to go back to doing what is within my sphere of influence, which is my reading and research and writing and work. Cool. Talk to you in the next one.